HGC Korea.
And Towers of Doom, the choice from BlossoM. GLuck, let's take all the first pick for themselves. And last time with Raynor, did not work out too perfectly for them. Might have something else, but it is Towers of Doom. Something that GLuck is not too good at with the macro control. Let's see how they control the macro. A lot of the times we do see the grab onto the Haka, ban on the fall stat, or the vice versa. You have to think about some other picks as global as well.
That is true. There's always the pocket Abathur mentioned earlier. Probably not going to be as popular, but it's always out there if we want to see something strange. Would always expect to see the Genji dynamic along with Maev. Should see those both taken out.
If GLuck loses this 3-0, because they lost, Supernova actually took some games off of the other teams. So GLuck will actually drop down to 7th place. And if we look, the next match against for Supernova is Tempest, so that's going to be a tough one. But for GLuck, they do have one for Felice.
Very winnable.
It is possible for them to escape that 7th place, but you just have to stack as many games as possible right here. We will see.
Well, for GLuck, they're very bad at Jenga. When it comes to stacking things up, they have not stacked up a win just yet.
Is it Jenga the opposite?
Well, yeah. If you're bad at stacking it up, then it falls down and then you lose, right? So that's where I was going for that.
Okay.
It makes sense to see the Malfurion Yrel ban should be a first pick on something a very high priority. You can always Phoenix.
See, Raynor bait once again on this map. Actually, not too bad. If you have really good positioning, it takes some time to go over the wall. But
I mean, that's exactly what it is. It is Raynor bait. The reason I said Phoenix is because I think we already know that Phoenix is a very strong hero. We know what comps it works in. Players are very good at piloting that, but it is Raynor. The bait is taken. Is it going to be, second time the charm for GLuck? I think the most difficult decision for BlossoM to make here is which skin do they want to put onto Haka?
Or which color? The pink mecha one is the best one.
By far.
And it fits BlossoM's color as well.
Ah, well played. I don't think that's what they went with, but either way, massive amounts of crowd control coming Raynor's way, whether it's isolation, there's going to be moshes, melts, maybe a pinpointed stage dive from across the map just to specifically make that guy have a bad day. Probably not, but there is counter engage coming in here. That's exactly what the Deckard and Blaze are designed for, saying if you want to come and fight us, make Jimmy have a bad day, we're here to help him have a better one.
Lots of peels, grabbing even more. Some more CC for Raynor to survive and also catch. Big Root can certainly help for that massive damage with Space and Pepper. Let's see GLuck if they are willing to ban. BlossoM might actually, ban Tracer, might actually grab Falstad as well because they did not ban it. Instead, they banned Hammer, which was constant damage, long range.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams pick the Haka, ban Falstad, and then use that global advantage, but that does put the burden of utilizing that successfully, and some teams have failed at that. So don't see the Falstad ban. For the second pick phase, it is going to be a lot of high burst damage coming through with Karazim and Li Ming grabbed out there for BlossoM, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see GLuck maybe go for another additional support here. That didn't work in the last game, probably won't. But, I mean, we've seen them try crazier things, right?
Do worry for GLuck, as they would want to fight with Raynor, possibly have a little bit more sieging if they are not thinking about the global as much. I think it's important. Hanzo does provide a lot of range damage as well. Let's see how they can maintain. With Johanna, I do think it's a better idea with some extra wave clear this time. But still, comparing to the macro of BlossoM right now, I think they are a little bit slower compared to the speed.
It does seem a little bit slower, and I think that's very... What? Now, okay, I love it. Zoljan, now this is a guy that previously I thought might be crying in the corner because now Jimmy exists and has a little bit higher DPS, but I mean, there's only so many Taz Dingos out there, right?
Taz and Guillotine is also a possibility. Because Reynor cannot... we just talk about Reynor all the time, but it's because he doesn't have really good of an escape. He actually gets pretty... He will just die to that Guillotine, the giant X dropping down from the sky.
I love it. I want to see either one. I'd be excited about. You know, I'm not really up on my Zul'jin meta because it has been so long since this guy has had a good time. But I'm excited to see that. I'm more, though, excited to see this as a little appetizer, right? Because we do still have Genji and Tempest coming up after this. We get a chance to have a little bit of fun beforehand. And glad that our observer is showing us a highlight on what is perhaps the strangest hero we get a chance to see today.
That's going to be crazy. And he actually goes for the Headhunter. So they're thinking they're going to have a straight-on team fight and can't just stack that quest maximum. And as they will actually get lots of takedowns in this game. And one takedown means that Li Ming will guarantee get that reset. So I think Taz Dango may just be the way. If they have some crazy burst with some mosh pit and the drag from the Haka. Guillotine not too bad as well.
Yeah, especially if you're looking for an execute on a low health squishy target. Reynor fits all of those categories. So I'm excited to see what Gondar can do here. He has shown success piloting some off-meta picks, and I think certainly Zul'jin fits in there.
They also have the global. So in terms of macro control and the camps also, Zul'jin is actually a great camper, along with a little help, but speed, in terms of speed, very, very fast with the auto attacks.
Especially when he does drop down to low HP. So Gondar is doing a good job managing that health pool. Something very, very important. You want to stay both high enough health not to die and low enough health to get a lot of value from your trade.
You see from time to time in Korean Hero League, lots of combo with Chromie, Jultin.
Whoa, no way! Look at that burst! I think there was a Hanzo that was there?
Where did that Hanzo go?
Magic Act disappearing. He's invisible right now. Oh, there he is. I
was about to talk about the pair with Chromie. The loop with the Guillotine combo has been a thing for Korean Hero League lots of the times. And it makes sense a lot more with Chromie, but even Roxor getting caught once again a little early in that Iron Skin. Overlord eating that orb as well, Modern. Soaking that damage and chugging that in.
I see a trend developing here, GLuck. You know, it takes 2 points to make a line. We've already got 3 kills so far here for BlossoM. You know, GLuck, I respect that they're trying to find a way to make Reynor work. It's a very powerful pick, but I do think that the meta countering Reynor is a little bit ahead of the how to get Reynor to be successful practice. So for GLuck, some struggles early on. We know what it looks like when things snowball out of control, and BlossoM is able to find even a pre-10 minute victory in game number 1. We're shaping up for another one if GLuck can't find a way to stop them in their tracks.
Early game. Look at that burst on Johanna, not a Reynor on the front line. Even Roxor is having a tough time.
Roxor's had a rough day today.
Yes.
Even on Garrosh earlier, no matter how much extra armor he had, he was still dropping very, very quickly, getting caught out over and over again. So, I mean, he's unstoppable now. That should make it easier for him to survive, right? Maybe not.
Seems a little bit tough right now, but only a few kills at very early game. But the main problem will be that the Haka. Position of GLuck. They are exposing themselves to that bush at the side. So let's see. Lord, after the power slide, not even drag, which doesn't even use that drag yet.
Another magical disappearing act for Reynor, who just doesn't get a chance to stay alive for more than a second, maybe even less than a second there. So perfect focus so far from BlossoM, really doing an excellent job, not only targeting down heroes that they have to worry about, but also still paying attention to the macro and getting the first bell tower shot in the lead.
Let's count how many times that Jimmy will die in this game. It will certainly be a lot.
How fast can you count, GLuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's about the number.
I think I can wait for the next step for Jimmy. Luck diving in, as they do know that ETC is up there. still Wiz is here and Roxer.
Look at Gondar, he's doing
Also
such
a little
good
bit
job.
too early. Lots of skill shots connecting there. The drag securing the kill model, gets the reset. Does have Calamity now, but great root by the Kane, getting some slow on there, but okay, another count on that Jimmy. That's the third one now. Or is it? Was it the fourth one?
I think that's the fourth.
In this game only, right?
Let's just call it 3. Yeah. Okay. A 4-minute finish on that scatter quest completed for Hanzo, and he is just going to keep on stacking. I just don't even, I mean, I like to see some, I'm trying to highlight as many good things as I can for GLuck. That's going well for Maizen, but that's only because BlossoM has just been up close and personal this entire time.
That was a cool move by Hanzo. Just getting that slight wall, I would over the wall. That's if you don't really have too much experience, you wouldn't know that. But just using that to go over Honkono's ETC. Nicely done. He did survive because of that. But as that laugh, the evil laugh comes in, pretty scary for GLuck as the burst is kicking in for everyone. Even Johanna is melting down all the time, which means everyone else from GLuck will also be the same in the next few seconds. They are feeling it. Wiz is not here for V5, getting the extra wave clear, so BlossoM just eating damage. Honkono eats a little more than the others. There's a massive stun. This is a chance for GLuck.
Yeah, Asgard with an absolutely huge engage. That jet propulsion was massive, but is it big enough for turnaround potential? Might just be here. And I know it feels bad to fight a 4v5, but I think that's just how well BlossoM are playing. Specifically Modern having a lot of good synergy with Karazim. The explosions have been massive, and even if you're fighting a 4v5, all you have to do is delete one member. Usually it's Jimmy, and all of a sudden that evens things up.
Let's see how they will actually pair up level 10s for BlossoM most of the case. As GLuck, they're still behind because of extra waves that the Haka was having. And BlossoM was basically buying time for that to happen.
Trying to find a pick onto Roxer, or even catch Overlord out as he is separated from the team, very vulnerable down below, but BlossoM are very hesitant about overextending, so don't want to see that just yet. Roxer going forward up in the front lines, Meriday dealing damage to Maizen in the back, so trying to keep him separated, and Honkono does just that. A big pick off onto Roxer, who dies again.
I also thought with Johanna he could survive a little bit longer, but that iron skin not having the perfect...
Maybe bronze skin, maybe clay skin this time around.
Maybe wood.
Wood.
We should have
Why
wood.
are you talking about my Hero League?
Oh, guillotine!
Oh, he drops it, but not enough to execute Overlord. I think he still will die in the end.
Honkono actually comes all the way around. Even Wiz joining the fight, they will get the spell tower. And that's going to continue with the shots very likely. They will at least get 5 and even 10. If they can force all the way, still GLuck a little bit away from that level 10. So they will try to force that macro. The Haka joined here, so has to walk all the way up to the altar now.
Gondar playing a little bit far forward. He died that last fight. We're doing the same thing. So I'm always keeping an eye on the Zul'jin play. I think that's kind of cool to see that he did go guillotine. See how effective that will be, even though it wasn't enough to execute Raynor in the last fight.
They do trade.
Roxer coming forward, Meriday with the delay, mobile enough to escape if he gets caught out, but actually it might be Honkono the one to be taking most of the damage. Of course, he is a very, very tanky cow. He does force out the bunker from behind.
And he still has Mosh Pit, and Roxer gets hit by the guillotine, so looking for a kill. It does not get the reset yet. Palm is ignored this time again.
Oh, Asgard's going to be the first one to fall, and this is going to give resets.
Overlord. Some heals there still. Listen, but Overlord actually goes in for the cleave damage, and the drag not going to be in range.
No, but Honkono's going to keep the fight going. It's
Where
another
did
kill.
Honkono
One kill
from?
After another for Li Ming here. I don't even know if there's anything he's going to stop. Even if the dive might look good at this point. Modern's just really, really kicking in. I got to say, the boss call might be a little bit over ambitious even with those kills. I'm glad that they decided to back off there.
Last moment I saw Honkono was he had the pop, he was really low. He went back to get the fountain and he suddenly appears, power slide into Raynor.
Surprise cow. The worst kind of cows to have, especially if you're Raynor.
Yeah, holy cow. Be the joke, yes. Aha! Yes, there's my wolf joke for the day. And continuing on, BlossoM still having the massive lead here as they're about to hit 13. They tried this very late game against Supernova when they were in the lead. No need to risk. You already have an extra bell tower. So they're just going to keep safe here. Actually, Raider is a very good way to take any of the fort keeps down. Raider and by yourself with the back door can actually do 1/3 or even more damage, even without the minion wave sometimes.
Oh, big catch there on the Modder, and the Dragon's Arrow comes through. The chain CC's good. And that is one deadly miss. So a big pick there for GLuck. We'll see what they can do off of it. Maizen not actually scared at all. Haka pushed back for now. Should be able to heal up with the trade. GLuck are actually doing a pretty good job catching kind of a scattered BlossoM here.
The time is coming for Overlord to have some output on his massive gun damage here.
I hope so. Maybe this will be Jimmy's time to shine because it's been a kind of a cloudy day in that lifestyle. That tournament does actually put GLuck higher on core health, but for how long, right? We're going to see Overlord try to complete taking that altar down, but that's a little bit optimistic. BlossoM looking for an engage Wiz up in the front line. Bunker comes down, but maybe a little bit prematurely as that does get taken out immediately before the fight really starts.
And of course, looking for the perfect angle for that mosh pit. Not even needed. Going to get one down for now, and all they need to do is pressure out the opponent as they will control. Merryday starts the channel, and Sonic Arrow already used, so there's nothing else for them to actually delay that channeling now. They will get their 4 shots in,
and look at Gondar. Gondar just make it stop. This Zul'jin pick
time to dance.
He is making him dance. Like, what a pick to work here for BlossoM. Haven't seen it in a while, and you know, so too early to say if we'll see it again, but it's really working out here as a niche pick for BlossoM.
Such a tough call against the power slide when you're stuck in there together. You do try to want to stop everything from happening like the channels, but it's so hard by yourself. Maybe I'm pretty sure he wanted to have that 7-sided for the kill. Maybe it could have changed, but there's that palm finally connecting onto Gondar. No Taz Dingo needed. Grab onto Jimmy, but alone with the Wiz, no follow-up damage, so they do have to retreat.
After our last discussion, I'm going to put another coin in the palm piggy bank. Just highlighting moments when it's not totally useless. But I agree, teams are getting much better at countering them out, not in this particular occasion. So we're opening up the sewers to allow teams to get down and dirty and faster back to the middle of the map, and that's how Honkono is going to surprisingly make his way back out onto the map this time.
GLuck really has to, when they fall back, they do have lots of chance to counter-engage with Deckard still while listen. I think they can open up lots of holes in BlossoM when they are being super aggressive. You can have everyone, close to everyone asleep. And you do have focusing damage with Hanzo, Rainer. You could see that what they could do when they were actually pushing. Targeting into one of the targets, BlossoM, like when you have the arrow, Modern just got deleted from Rainer's damage.
Gondar, quest complete there. Going to keep powering him up, and I just got to say, I'm loving it. Look at him kiting off back to back. It's going to be between him and Overlord both staying safe, but Gondar doing a very, very good job. Honkono, though, is the one in the danger zone. Backstop just in time. Merryday, going to be the first casualty. A big pick here for GLuck, and it might be looking for more. Gondar successfully kites back to the back. But that is a big kill for Raynor, really kicking in for GLuck.
Merryday was actually expecting too much from GLuck and saying that, okay, Hanzo's arrows, right here it's going to be stunned, pair up with lots of damage to follow. They had the somewhat of a position to follow with the damage. That was going to be a kill, close to a kill. So a very, very early palm, which GLuck did not focus at all, and then he did not have it for himself later on. So that continues. They lose the Karazim and connects into the boss. So GLuck actually finds themselves back in the game, but they did lose that bell tower. I think BlossoM was willing to give that up because they still control the macro with BlossoM, of course, whiz on that Haka. They have the global. So in this case of scenario, GLuck is still losing a lot in this game.
Right, it feels good to see some signs of life there, but you know, losing another bell tower. I mean, at this point, even if they do get an altar, it's like, okay, well, you get a shot or two. So, won't be that scary. Gondar running forward, sacrificing that half health. Big guillotine coming down from on high. The lockdown from Honkono gives another one. Rockstar trying to head for the hills, and he just barely makes it back. Gondar dropping the hammer, the axe in this case, and really making that Soldier pick look even better. BlossoM on fire.
Cleave do a lot of damage, and I'm pretty sure he stacked a lot of that damage as well. So it does even more damage. And Guillotine does find the kill. And sometimes even threatening Rockstar. Look at that, they're going for the kill. No 7-sided. And there's that bunker. Honkono blocking that jet propulsion.
Yeah, bunker is going to come down. With
Did you see how quickly that bunker got destroyed? And boom! Goes
Gondar. He's having fun with that. He's like, well, I definitely picked the right heroic this time around.
Zul'jin. Not a meta hero for sure. But BlossoM, they have some tools, and just knowing the matchup, see the damage. 76k. Pretty good of a number by 15 minutes, I would say. But only one death without the Taz Dingo.
Yeah, Jimmy actually lower damage heroes than Hanzo at this point. I think that's always going to be kind of likely, but you want to see some big numbers from a pick you invest so much in, like Raynor.
Focusing on to ETC. Get away with cleansing.
Yeah, Honkono does survive. He's been doing a good job with that. Wiz looking to go forward. Stopped by Stay a While and Listen. Modern actually going to take a lot of burst and a big Dragon's Arrow. Now Gondar might actually be going down here. He's going to stay alive with that palm. He comes back to the fight. He's low health, so it does mean lots of damage, but it's very, very risky spot. A good pick for GLuck.
That could have been crazy, but the palm basically saved so much for them.
Yeah,
I think GLuck was about to get more kills, and that was a lot to be said and done. Great focusing on to Modern, as that was the line, as the arrow always targets for that Leeming at the back side, and there was no peel for them to actually be safe because Wiz was focusing on his own. Honkono was kind of trapped on the top side.
Yeah, Honkono kind of getting zoned out a little bit. Forced a cleanse to try to escape before. And
great face melt there. I think that could have led to a kill onto Wiz, possibly, if that stun actually connected.
Wait to see what Asgard is going to do here. Complete that turn in, just trying to stop them. I mean, Honkono's doing the utmost, trying to keep this game close. We don't have too much longer on this battlefield, GLuck. 9 health on GLuck, score 17 on BlossoM's, and GLuck are finding so many picks to keep in this game. Honkono trying to delay again. This time, I think BlossoM might have a good angle to go in on. Another great palm to come through, saving Honkono. Stay a while on top of the bunker, and this is a great staging area for GLuck to fight from.
Look at that Mary Day. Great save. ETC survived because of him. And they're not pushing back because they got their damage in. Wiz does go down, but this will be a close one. Honkono can't stay there anymore. Julin finds a kill with the cleave, and Modern looking for another one. One more basic attack.
Oh, Maizen, just slivers of health left, and he gets a potion from Decker. Says thank you and survives, surprisingly.
Mary Day is crazy, as
he certainly, well, so is Overlord, by the way. He was getting up close and personal, and now I think it's about to be the Gondar show. KCP might survive for a second, but even avoids the longer range guillotine. But now the 20 is hit.
There's a Saw now, and that's going to do a lot more damage. It's going to be an easy target for Raynor. You can't really dodge that one too easily now.
Yeah, certainly that is going to reach all the way there. The extra buzzsaw. I see that one come through. And this is going to be a very, very strong point for BlossoM to maybe even look to close things out as they retake that middle.
It is 10 seconds, so let's see if they actually want to go for boss. I don't see why not. 20 seconds on Johanna. So they are starting it already, prepping that. What goes in? 5 shots here, 4 shots from the boss. We'll finish the game. As GLuck, you still have to go through that bell tower of BlossoM's side to come all the way up here. There's a Hanzo's arrow.
And just barely not in time. And here come those shots out, and down we go. A very surprising way to start off the day, but that will be BlossoM finishing it with a very kind of wacky Zul'jin pick, but I would say a very successful one.
GG, as that was one of the most impressive Kerosene play I've seen so far in 2018. Had a lot more Kerosene in the previous years. Palm ignored a lot of the times and early use, so not the perfect Kerosene we'd see not so many times, but the save that he had on that ETC was a beautiful one that I would always clip and store in my hard drive somewhere.
Saved ETC a couple times, saved Zul'jin a couple of very important times there as well. Maybe just one, but I agree. It wasn't always successful. When it was, it looked perfect. The damage stats also going to make Gondar look a little bit better. 118.
Remember.
It's a high number.